Hey everyone, Rob aka Maximum RD back once again. I thought I'd change up the scenery for you a little for a change. Excuse me while I enjoy some of my coffee before it gets too cold. Anyway, this is a video game weirdness tag. I've been tagged by Marlinlee, that's Marlinlee, who was originally tagged by TechRomancer1. And it's funny, when I first looked over the questions, I was kind of like, I don't know. But then the more I thought about the questions, and then when I remembered a few things, I started to really think this could be a pretty good one. These questions turned out to be interesting, actually. So this is my video response. And as always, check out Marlinlee and TechRomancer's one's channel. I'll put their links in the description. Okay, so let's do this. Question 1. What is the strangest place you ever played a video game? Now, I got a feeling a lot of people are probably going to reply, on the can or in the bathroom, quite simply because of the saturation in the market of all kinds of options for handheld units, Nintendo DS, Sony PSP, GP2X, etc., Game Boy, so on and so forth. But I really thought about it. I think that one might be pretty common actually as a strange place. But then it just came to me and I remembered, wait a minute, I got one that's probably not too common. And it relates back once again to when I was working security. And actually I would say the strangest place would be overnight graveyard shift in a graveyard, literally a cemetery. I brought my GP32 with me at the time. That was my handheld I was really into, and I had some emulators on there and some games, so on and so forth, and to keep me occupied throughout the night as I walked around, I just played my GP32. So I think that's a pretty odd place. What is the longest you have attempted? Second question. What is the longest you have attempted to repair a computer / console non-stop? Well, have you seen from my past couple previous videos there, I'm not really one when it comes to modding or repairing consoles. I'm good at cleaning them up. So I'm going to go more with the computer side of it. I may not be one for soldering or things like that, but I'll tell you, I can build a PC from the ground up, which is exactly what I did. I'll order all the components separately, put them all together, install the operating system and have it boot up properly the first time. But I'll say basically pretty much on average when I get to working on a computer, whether I'm working on for somebody else or for a friend, it's something I do rarely. And one of the reasons is because when I do undertake a project like that, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Like, I will tinker with it and basically just keep going at it and at it. I'll be deprived from sleep and just keep on it until it's ready to go, because I don't want to give a person their computer back until it's in the state exactly the way I personally would want it and how I would enjoy using it. So, and it just, I'm kind of it's in my personality and characteristic that when I'm doing something like that, I just keep going and going and going. I can't, I can't put it aside till later. I just keep going at it till it's done. So pretty much I would just say all night. All night I'll work on a computer and throughout most of the day. Yeah, so that's my answer. Okay, question 3. Have you ever had nightmares about games? No. I wouldn't categorize it anything as far as nightmares, but in general, I don't really have nightmares. When I was a very, very young child, I had an occasional nightmare, but that had more to do with monsters and things like that, because I was always into horror and things. But for the most part, no, I wouldn't say so. But I will say, as far as dreaming about video games, Yeah, there was one that, to my surprise, became quite prominent in my dreams. That was Shenmue. Shenmue for the Sega Dreamcast. Because when I first picked up Shenmue, played it around a bit, and I found the controls kind of odd. I was like, man, I don't know if I can get into this game. I'm walking around my house, looking at whatever, looking in drawers and things like that, and I thought, I don't know, this kind of game isn't for me. But then it just became one of those games. The more I played it, the more I walked around the town and interacted with people, and these little, adventures would come up. It just sucked me right in. I got really, really interested, and then I kept, again, the way I am, I just kept going and going and going, and then the next thing I know, I'd be at work, thinking about the game. What am I going to do next? Or I shouldn't have done this. I should have tried this instead. And I wonder what's going to happen after that if I try a different approach. And then, sure enough, I remember being asleep, dreaming about the game, where it was like when you're driving the forklifts and you're working in the game and things like that. I was just, my whole dream reality, I guess you would say fantasy, was centered around Shenmue, which, isn't a bad thing. That's pretty cool, actually. So I would say Shenmue in my dreams, but I wouldn't call them nightmares. And last but not least, have you ever played a game that was too scary to play? Again, I have to answer, no, not really, because by my definition, I've never played a game that was like, oh my God, this has freaked me out so much, I'm not going to play it anymore. No, because the way I react to it, I love horror, sci-fi, scary things. If a game scares me and gets my adrenaline going, if it makes me jump in my seat, to me that's the greatest thing. And I've gone through this story so many times before, and a lot of you share the same story. PlayStation 1, the first time the dog jumped through the hallway, through the window, and it was really loud and my controller shook. I nearly hit the ceiling, and I was amazed that a game could actually scare me. And once I, pulled myself together, I was like, oh man, I gotta check out more of this. And ever since, I've been hooked on survival horror. It's my favorite genre. I love it. So if a game scares me, I'm not gonna stop playing it. I'm gonna play it more. So yeah, I wouldn't say a game was ever too scary to play. I just enjoy having the crap scared out of me. So that's it. That's my answer to the 5 questions. Thanks again, Marlinlee and Tech Romancer. Those links will be in the description. Check out their channels. They're really great guys. Bye for now.